nso esi shops ahodo be aduosun wotwe se de be ya ebetimi akora adwadifo ni nyina amomodwadie no etimi akoso wano na wosan de afuto mom so obesere omo ase aye omo mpe ensiechi ba bi emma adwuma na omo ye ne se de be ya bibise ebebiem a ensiechi ba no ebeboa wo mo sika 200,000 Ghana cedis no koya wode eye omomu abra wo so anim senche bia contractors nso ebehwe asiesi edwa no
enche bia ena ya mama soti se BBAC wo Medina Market se eja atoha ena asay stores bebre meti eno na menianje enti mese meba abema mo shedding ye mame tisa asemi ena mese omumba hwe dia yebetimi aye abeboa mo enti yehwehwe contractor omubeye ne consultants omubeye estimates no no mudebae omose omubetimi asi stores fufro amamo 120 and 78 small shops so akaho on the ground na abeboa mo nyina yesi dinosaur wia edwadifo a mo nyina mo niema hie no mo behia sika kakra edi ato mo niema Ghana Enterprise Agency omo CEO ni Kozi Yanke oho ena omo wo mboa sika yepese omo yi Women's Empowerment Fund na omo di sika emamo fa enye ejuma yewe ejuma hano a ye nyina yam bomodin na fire insurance no yetimi tobi asem say betia na insurance company no etua mu nyina sika amamo na said fire service so kan no electrical connections are ye we shops mu ye making sure say qualified electricians no mo be yes adwumayi ema obia na bibia akoso kama adwadifo ma ni bi edi anigie ene ahosepe edi na asiesi ema no
ensema okaye no waba be se ye nkran eye market for na ye ni o ma ahye no ama ye ni daso obema yesi edan no efoforo edi ama ye na wasan abema yesika kakra se ye mfa ema ye eti ni obeka ye ni de ye ni asopa ye wo homa no aba ni de ye beto ama ni bum 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 eti onka na komato ento ne yem
wabua ya papa no ye jinidi so obeye yes sra no ni se onya ma ye ntem
no ma ye baby so try for the meantime I bet me cause it's a woman behind the seat and every year than a since any sika what is that or the boy Yamiko Shirano Nabanese answer Quebec woman.
Na ye call His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wanona etu franka edama ndisa manjukuno afi general elections a ebasono no so akasa de atudwa chese ngumasua ya dia edana kuma sopa tisnya nyame na domna Ghana foto abama na fia odinhye pabeba enu bebua ama Ghana ngumasua atumi ejirane naso.
I'm delighted to meet with you, leaders and representatives of all the pre-tertiary teachers' unions. As you are aware, our education sector is at a crossroads, and the best way to address the challenges in the sector is through dialogue with key stakeholders who are at the center of the implementation of policies in the education sector, not through the suppression of free speech, victimization, and intimidation. And that is why I said that within the first 100 days of my becoming president, we'll hold a stakeholders dialogue on education. It would have as part of its focus the implementational bottlenecks of the free SHS, but it's also going to deal with how we can improve financing and teaching and learning at the basic school level. And so at that stakeholders engagement, NAGRAT, NAT, parents, students, educational experts, everybody is going to be there. and we're going to have a discussion on access, on equity, on affordability, and on financing our educational system. The NDC policy of infrastructure development will again be pursued vigorously to decongest the large class sizes. Abandoned infrastructure in the basic and senior high schools and TVET schools, including the famous E-blocks, will receive priority attention under a new NDC administration. The need to review and improve upon the free SHS TVET policy is no longer debatable. And Angel just mentioned it. We are happy we are on the same wavelength with regards to that. It is a must that we look at the implementation of free SHS again through stakeholder engagements to address the numerous challenges and strengthen its positives. It is thus not surprising that you have incorporated it into the document that you have presented us, which I call the Teachers' Manifesto. Decongesting the schools would also, help us to abolish the double track as fast as possible so that we can go back to the situation where the children all go to school at the same time, and we're sure of the number of contact hours they are having with their teachers through the 3 terms of school. We'll go.
Yɛto akasɛbɔ no so ane kopiem ɛwɔ mmrahye bedwafi ɛhɔ ɛna nei dɔm kɛse ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔmoba no dani ɔno anso ɛna kopiem wɔ efutu a mmrahye bedwani a ɔgyina hɔ ma amanfo a ɛwɔ hɔ yɛfrɛ no honorable Alexander Afenyo Makin ɛnei wa friend centralfo nhyiamu akasa akyerɛ mu sɛ Ghana for nsɛm a NDC for ɛka sɛ MPP for ɛbaeɛ ɔmo nyɛ hwe no ɔmo mbontungu Mumontungu esan say MPP amanyoko ba yi omohwe ne omo de agu akwam free SHS na afi ne omo ahodo a omo de agu akwam aboa ama Ghana etimi etumpon a na 2024 abato no ogidie say Ghana for ebeto ama MPP.
The NDC has not changed since 2016 when they lost the elections by over 1 million votes. The only thing that has changed is their running mate. Even so, the running mate was part of the government, and she was a main advisor on educational policy who advised the government on educational policy to the effect that free SHS was not possible. So it's the same old team, from the flag bearer through to the running mate and all their former ministers, some in parliament, some outside parliament. They are communicators who still find space in the media, criticizing our government and promising a new heaven. It is important for us to remind all of us that these same people, whilst in office, made certain profound statements as to what they could do and what they could not do. We need to emphasize that they were clear on their minds that vulnerable people who could benefit from free SHS was indeed impossible. They were loud and clear on that. It is important to point out that when MPP assumed office in 2017, without delay, the free SHS policy was implemented. Upon successful implementation of this free SHS, we have had an enrollment increasing by 75%. In terms of numbers, we have had 800,000 plus getting access from the beginning up to 1.4 million now. So just for emphasis, currently we have almost 1.4 million of Ghanaian children in school. So an opposition propaganda should not mislead Ghanaians that they are better managers of this economy and, for that matter, the educational sector. Where was the NDC when this was being done? Is it the same NDC with its flag bearer and running mate going to Elmina to tell the people that, oh, we have brought a running mate from your community? The question we ask is, to what effect is the selection of that running mate from the region? Is it for the politics of it, or it is for the benefit of the people of Central Region? We dare say that is for the cosmetic politics of it. Because the running mate herself cannot with pride point to a single infrastructure that she led, she initiated, and got implemented successfully in the region. So why do you, for instance, come to Central Region and say that, oh, Central Region, I brought you a running mate? That is not what governance is about. Governance is about alleviating poverty.
Yademo eko ora John Dumelo Asweye whether they said ato Ghana this year nim titru anyone wo ayawa so West Wogon say afi abato kese a ebaso ewo man Ghana mu no Ghana this year nyina monto abano ema yewura John Dramani Mahama ene NDC isan say the 24-hour economy nhye a ode eba no beboa ma Ghana this year do na enye dwuma ye
in summer NDC for work and the 24 hours economy now. Oh, it's simple. If you Ghana obi obo be 5 6 and now happen odo anopa 8 9 now I shall say but some ajoma in kade only the economy no open obo 5 next shift November about 11 12 in Nufan now another shift about 6 7 and 8 the economy will be running 24 hours. What it means for us, they go for Balesi, go for Tessan, go for University of Ghana, go for Jolu. They would have work to do because Obi Awapun, Ofi Sprinters, and Ofi Temariba, and Ofi even Ayawasu West, Orko, and Manan and Kofuso work with Juma. So there will be jobs for everybody to do, and that's simply what John Mahama is saying, and that's simply what I'm also saying there. So what to Abanima, no to Abanima John Mahama, 24-hour economy, no, Oba affect Obia, Oba Obia, so that there are jobs for the people. Hey, on your one district, one factory, on your 1 million, one concern, on your one village, one dam. Or at the tangible, yeah, the private sector, no, yeah, you won't be a Juma. Now, if you're a private sector, that's a private sector institution, that's a Ebadwa, the tax incentives, there's also reduced tariffs when it comes to electricity. Into Obia who conto, because there are jobs going to be created for the youth in this country.
Yeah, the parliamentary candidate, no, John Dumelo, Chia Nkrofua Omuwo constituency yimu enu ye 1 2 no wo ba be ka che Nkrofo no say 2025 no say 2024 yi constituency for no to abanoma no a wono na 24-hour economy policy no ajomama de eba no wona obesoa ade ba constituency mu enti wo de ne ho be kire omo say omuntu abanoma no na won to abano suma president Mahama say nema nya the Ghana we want to know wono na wobeye part of the majority 2025 parliament beye no we've targeted say NDC Greater Accra no yet 20 seats so and I targeted the 5 account 5 no I also was Wogon number 1 because the last time no the we are about to with 2,000 margin which is say it's just a word until the assurance to the electorate say ya the nipa krona ya tonu dada amma the constituency no ye de ono ankasa ebe biom no begina ha ye de papa no John Dramani Mahama de wodi Ghana we want eno eba no so wono so ye de ba da no no wono so aton and you have 2 already marketed candidates and they ba ha mo peso yeso a ye ba na ye mba na embeto omo mamo say the 24-hour economy no station yin so no be benefiti ewo mu anytime ba ha na no.
Said a bear a candifo omoda adwumako ahodoa no enkanka businesses no ombetimi enya nimdie na omotimi ede atra omodwumam ene wakwaban mu no esuapon a o enkranman mu ase gempa omusuapon anase omusuku ba kwa friend business school no omode bibi stronko aba omofre no business coaching sa adwumadi omukyeremu se omode abeka omadisua ho said a bear ebetimi aboa amanfo a edi dwumadie omabie enwuma ahodoa no ombetimi ebie omodwumam na omache omakwabam na etimi aboa omo
any bibi bre no omo hu faso wo coaching so no omo efa ni serious pa na omo ɛde nneɛma toto akwan mu ɛma ɛboa amanfo bebree, especially leaders of organizations, leaders of corporations and stuff like that. Nti yɛn nso yɛ business school ha sɛ Gimpa business school. Ehu sɛ yɛfa saa kwan no so a ɛbɛboa yɛn ne atumi atete mpanimfoɔ a wɔn bɛtumi adi enyuma anim, wɔn bɛtumi adi wɔn anim na yɛ man a yɛwɔ mu yi yɛtumi afa yɛn ntoma papa bi afira. Nti na yɛde International Coaching Federation Ghana chapter seasoned coaches aba Gimpa business school ha sɛ wɔn ɛboa yɛn na yɛn tete yɛ schoolfoɔ no na wɔn atumi anyini ayɛ mpanimfoɔ papa aboa wɔn asan boa your business is Ghana ha sɛ.
No, Rebecca so omunya ho 788% return on investment. Wɔn mo nso omoji coaching hyehyɛ no, wɔn abrabɔ ɛdanso ɛkɔ anim by 70%. Wɔn mo nnwuma ɛsɛ okutu pa ɛkɔ coaching nso no, company no enya so 50% improvement of performance and sakura na company nankasa nso ne kankro ne yie no akɔ 48%. Wɔn pɛ wei na wɔpɛ dan.
Enye sɛbi addition sɛ book nko anti na oba school. Aya nkrofo ka sɛ school na fa wo mu. Nti o baje enkyerɛkyerɛ deɛ but wenum nyina nso yɛ enkyerɛkyerɛ. Nti student no emfa so ba ko a o nya ne sɛ ebema wo hu sɛ oh okay sɛ me ba school enye book nko a na emom sɛnya me ne nkrofo bet na sɛnya me ne nkrofo bɛyɛ adwuma sɛnya mete nkrofo ase ni nyina aka ho ɛka school ne ho. Nti edru sɛ yɛn akyerɛkyerɛfo no yɛntimi ɛnyɛ no a na yɛde wɔn a obetimi ayɛ aba. Gimpa business school crown is say ya yese ye develop your course outline ya the beba industry ahwe say anyembia de ye kyerɛ no ana de pese ye kyerɛ na ne de won wo pɛ free students no ho eye pa ema ya start to cry enti Gimpa de bibia no we are the pay setters and then the others will follow enti enyema bi sa na ye nim say emfaso beba ema later aboa Ghana.
Ayeremo eko Ghana de share wo kaswa winiba kwantempono eso adehye kyese onya ensupa enum ensu ho akwatwe pa ne nyane se kwantempon a aban eye ne contractor no won kyese wa pipe won pipes nyina enama ensu ho ayeden enpatambo no
ba ye busumiense ni yenye ensu hada na antia enyane se kwano mo ye ni ntino ama pipe hose nyuma twetwem na nke nso ma no nso no ka be ode ka basen water bill ba eno ni ade a yenti ase wom ana nso nso necessity sa ade a ehia na yensan kan de na ese ede ahoche na eba o freka mu fo ngom de nso ne ba nso no mu ne ma sisi a de nasa ne bonso de den nti ebe sre Ghana water company se eni ani me ya no omo ne omo nkasa na omunye kwa omunye pipe ni maye na ekwa no omunye ndi ehia eno nso nkyerɛ sɛ yensunsu eden ensɛyi
2 weeks ni ameba ha no ensu ho eden pa even kra no kwan fa so nyensu na jese ka sɛ radiator nsu afiri so ron so ba na mesese nsu ha de nyame to bi maye no na ɛya ne rush ne ayeden ya sese bi ne nya bi de ayeden asi ne ma adware ayewi ensu de ho kyerɛ free so mo sha se ekwan ne de imeka say ye form pa ye form ye nyansu pipe twa me ba be 2 weeks ni no pipe twa kra sisi no ensu ho ayeden wa ha area mu ha de ensu ho ayeden pa
efi so mo ye kwan no omo anka hwe ankyerɛ yen so mo ye kwan no eno anso omo starting no mutwitwa pipelines ni ncha man so de ye brewa ha pa ye brain so back we ba kokobu a 3 cd kokobu nso we ba kwa 3 cd na sa na wo de afaka e de aba ha ye brewo nso ye nyansu ene light so de bia na ye dum light de bia na ye dum light ye kwan o twitwa ahoma bebree mu ama nsuo ho ya den wa ha sei car no kra ba tank no 3 million yenso ye kobu a 4 cds imagine bucket ba ko pe 4 cds a enye easy ye kuta nkola nso ye brewo nsuo ho papa ebule bi na o matututu eno so po ye sakwa ye nya bi ehun ye den pa nti mesre Ghana mpanimfo se wo mmoa ye ni mba bosumiense ni de tofika mu ansa na yesu ene ya hawa awaye so ha na kwa na omo ye ni so matwa pipe no mu ama nsuo na emma
I'm aware of the road construction also from Budumburam to Winneba along the Winneba stretch now. And the contractor initially failed in consulting the Ghana Water Company Limited. How best that can be solved. Into almost say a lot of lines to the extent say people living in Winneba and some of the communities along that stretch not but we resolved it. Ghana Water, the municipal assembly, and the contractors, yet now say a resolve. But among them, just serious lines and at more than 10 kilometers of line. In fact, it broke cry into the estimates more. Contractors said they were going to buy their own materials. Now we'll supervise for them to lead the new pipelines. As a company, we managed to improvise certain connections now among for some of the people between Yensu who also try to replace the entire stretch of the pipeline. Now contractors now say, I said, if there's any community are still Omunya Insuna, then they should inform us immediately.
Yebedane ye ho age aboafo nkrato e ba David Oforisafo ne mpanyifo betena se na omode enkomo twetwe no ato amo so ye twa ho sima aba misro enko ba bia.